over the years, how inefficient COCOBOD has become. And for that particular fact, the failure to put these issues and opinion issues on notice and having get an attorney general involved to prosecute these individuals. For that, you can take government on, because that was the expectation. When the cabinet came out with that particular directive, myself, I was disappointed, because the last time when I came here, I told you on point blank that this investigation ought to have started long ago. ECG, COCOBOD, Scholarship Secretariat, every single state-owned enterprise and state entities became a crime scene in this particular country. The crimes are quite obvious. So what at all are we doing? Because people voted massively for John Mahama, not because of anything, because based on the understanding that a certain criminal cartel took over this country, they messed this country up, and for that matter, there is the need for us to go after these people and get our money back. You understand? For the average Ghanaian, nothing will convince them aside conviction, prosecution of these people. So that should have gone on at COCOBOD. When Randiabe took over, he saw the books.
I inherited a debt of 32.91 billion. For cocoa roads alone, there were contracts of 26.5 billion were signed. 21.5 billion of these 26.5 billion were signed in just 3 years. 19, 20, 21. Just 3 years. 21.5 billion.
He understood all these things. So what prevented this kind of forensic audit? Should have been done long ago. Because one, there is a crisis. If you go out there to tell people that NPP did that, nobody will take you serious. Because that should have been communicated earlier. You know, that is why I think they are having very hard time explaining it. And the opposition is rather spinning the propaganda that is running fast, because failure to put these items on notice and having
what precisely is the opposition communicating to the farmers that have got them so upset?
Oh, it's just propaganda. I'm saying that you see some of these issues.
But what are they called? What is in the propaganda that the government has cheated them?
They are telling them that John Mahama made a promise he was going to pay them 70 million. He has reduced it. That the government doesn't think about farmers, but it is them, the opposition, who actually took care of farmers, and they are still fighting for them.
Koko ekuya for mat da say abaya ka che say COCOBOD ndeka da. Embre bia ye de o maka say COCOBOD deka. And so what is aban bia ba e de COCOBOD deka ode aye excuse ati usika so da. Ye ba be mu 2017 na NDC for car omaboato wo amana na dodan ko ekufa don ye bi nie. Loan, syndicated loan $1.8 billion omkoje ye. So omo de be didwa e ma Ghana no. Omo lose election December 7th. You do 30th December, no more discanning in a man fan to cocoa. What is a Kufado to Mukoko because of Saikano? A Kufad one fat COCOBOD CEO. Or ye Juma and the NDC and Cocot, Opunimante. NDC by way by Omunamaya day, Omejano. Now a cana ya battle from 2017. A Sakana Aba Permane. Sa 2017 cano, and one Abba day, Abba Permane. Now Woboka at 2016. Now oba ebeto kana. Now the sakana yeden eswaye.
Which is a lie, because the FOB price 70% that John Mahama was paying when he took over. The 70% that he paid when he took over. If the NPP had kept that particular money, the cocoa farmer would have been better now, because at the time when it went to 13 to 10,000, they would have received somewhere around 7,000 to 8,000 per bag. But they didn't. But these people turn around after also messing up with COCOBOD. It got to a point that they have to run to Bank of Ghana for a 10-year bond. That is still sitting in the books of COCOBOD. We went to African Development Bank, took a loan of 350 million, I've mentioned, to rehabilitate cocoa sector. At the end of the day, less than 10% of that money was used. You understand? And several other ill, dirty stuff happened under COCOBOD. The COCOBOD as an entity was overstaffed. They pushed in a lot more people. If you go the number of people working there and drawing salary and you ask yourself, what are they doing? There is absolutely nothing there they're doing. So that was why I said we need a drastic, radical measures just to ensure that we inject sense of efficiency into state-owned enterprises. So punishing these people will also serve as a caution or deterrent to people within the current administration. And if you mess up, there is a the day of reckoning is coming. You understand? You see, we need to make corruption a high-risk venture. And we must even begin to punish people for taking reckless, senseless decisions. If we fail to do these things, people in the name of administration will begin implementing stupid, silly ideas that come to their mind.
Quick question.